Silliman University campus tour.
Get ready to explore the very beautiful and magical campus beside the sea. From scenic landscapes to historic buildings, there's so much to explore.
So before everything else, let's start with a little bit of background with this institution. So Silliman University is designated in Dumaguete City and is also popularly known as the campus by the sea. So the Silliman University is founded and named after its founder, Dr. Horace B. Silliman, a retired businessman from New York who supported the mission and actually donated $10,000 worth of, not in check, not in cash, but in gold bars. The mission started with the couples Dr. David Hibbard and his wife Flora, and Dumaguete City was actually not one of the areas considered to build this institution on. The areas considered were actually Cebu, Zamboanga, and Iloilo. However, someone actually asked Dr. Hibbard to visit Dumaguete City, and when they sailed from Cebu to Dumaguete, Dr. Hibbard witnessed the quote-unquote unsurpassed beauty of the Dumaguete morning from the sea.
But did you know that Dumaguete City is also dubbed as the University Town of the Philippines? You know why? It's because Dumaguete City has 4 universities, namely Negros Oriental State University, St. Paul's University, Foundation University, and our very own Silliman University. So without further ado, let's go! Woo!
Okay.
Let's go, everyone!
Hey everyone, so this is Katipunan Hall, if you look to your right, and this was started by the Laham couple. And this was also used as a hospital back then during World War II, but then later on it was discontinued. So when it was discontinued, it was used as, it was converted into a classroom. So now they renamed it into Katipunan Hall, where people have their classes in there.
Then to the left, see our CBA building, the College of Business Administration. And as you can see at the second floor, we see the door is colored orange. And this building was actually used for an evacuation center. And the glass there is sunproof.
So now we have AH, which is commonly also, it's also known as Ausejo Hall, where people from different courses take their G subjects. And next to that, we have the church, which is also used for devotion. And behind the church, and also the AH building, you'll see at the parking lot, which is also used to be a cemetery because they also found bones there back then.
Just back at the AH, we have the ND, Nutrition Athletic building. And beside that, we can see the Ravello building, also known as the Senior High School building, which is also known as the nursing department.
So Silliman love naming stuffs a lot. So actually right now we are at what they call a 70s lane. Wondering why they call it like that.
So it's actually named 70s Lane because the architecture and buildings that surround this lane, mainly the Luce Auditorium and the Silliman Main Library, were constructed in the 1970s. So now, here to our right, we have our very own famous building and cultural gem, which is the Claire Isabel McGill Luce Auditorium, or most commonly known as the Luce Auditorium. Auditorium has hosted a myriad of events from theatrical performances to concerts and academic conferences. So many renowned artists and intellects have actually graced its stage, making it a hub for cultural exchanges and artistic expression.
So Luce is known for its unique and distinctive look, blend with the modern and classical aesthetic, so making it having its timeless appeal. So Luce is shaped like a ship because Silliman is known for the campus by the sea.
Yes, so do you know that there's actually an eerie story about the statues beside the Luce? It is said that in the silence of the night, those statues move and change position, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Since Silliman University is an old institution, of course, there are many eerie stories and scary stories that would crop up. So now, let's move on to our next destination. Of course, our visit won't be complete without a tour of the Silliman University main library. So here we are at the heart of academic pursuits, the Silliman University main library, which holds a extensive collection of books and documents. However, currently it's under renovation and modernization, which is now relocated at the Silliman University Gymnasium.
So our tour will be complete without naming our infamous Silliman Toblerone, because students name it like that because it resembles the brand chocolate Toblerone.
Ravello Field, which is a place of sports, recreation, and events. So the Ravello Field is actually an epicenter for one of Silliman's most celebrated events, the Hibalag Festival. So Hibalag actually means to meet, and so every year during Founders Week, people from all over the coast, especially our esteemed alumni, they come back to Silliman to celebrate Hibalag with us during Founders.
And can you see that big tree right there? Well, way back when Japanese came here, they love hanging people in there. So it's kind of creepy.
That's why it's famously called as the Tree of Life and Death.
So here we are right now at the Silliman Gymnasium. So before, this was used as a sports, recreation, and other events. But right now, it's used as the library.
So if you realize, an interesting fact about the structure of the gym is that it was constructed by the dismantled parts of an airplane hangar.
Hi guys! So as you can see, at our back is the Silliman University Senior High building, and its construction was started around 2021. So did you know that this is the most expensive building in the campus with the sum of 60 million pesos? So,
Defying all of its controversies on social media with regards of its design, the design actually has its benefits by blocking the heat and the noise from outside.
Yes. Did you know nga wala may building when we were in senior high school? We were using GH, AH,
SC.
Yes.
We walked.
Yeah.
Here, at our back, is the Araniago Art Gallery. Now, this building was donated by a renowned cardiologist and an outstanding Sillimanian, Dr. Romeo P. Araniago.
Did you know that this building was designed by our very own architecture student, and that this building is a symbol of his avid love for culture and design? This is taken as an inspiration for us Silliman University students.
We are now at the College of Performing Visual Arts Department. So here is their first building, Kopva 1 and Kopva 2. This is also where the Silliman University Women Ensembles practice.
And did you know that Kopva owns two very expensive pianos that could cost up to millions of pesos? So at the back of Luce Auditorium is a pet cemetery. This is where they bury the pets of Silliman who have died. And did you know that there is Silliman University has its very own pets, which are like the toads, the dogs, the cats, and we have more animals in the Silliman University Agriculture and Farm way over there. And also, did you know that this campus has over 300 trees, including the Tree of Life and Death, which is one of the oldest tree in the campus.
So, can you guess what this lane is called?
This lane, with its very K-drama feels, is called the Lover's Lane. And this is where students usually walk with their partners and have their very own dates.
You are my everything. 별처럼 쏟아지는 운명에 그대라는 사람을 만나고 멈춰버린 내 가슴 속에 단 하나의 사랑. You are my everything. 안개 속에 피어나는 하얗게 물들은 그대 모습.
Above us is our very own and one and only overpass.
In the campus.
Yes, inside the campus. See?
Nurses building. We are now located at Oriental Hall. Now, this is where you will find the student lunch. Most offices are also located here. For example, the SUSG office, COMSO, and so on.
So this building is donated by the very first female student of Silliman University, Puro Blanco. And this used to be a girls' dormitory, and the male students from Guy Hall used to walk to this
Area,
building,
yes.
this area, to serenade the students, the female students of Silliman. Yay!
So our tour will not be complete without the spiritual and the structural gem, which is the Silliman Church. So did you notice something about the building around it? So there's actually a memorandum here in Silliman that there's no building that surpasses the height of the Silliman Church. So in short, sa Bisaya pa lang, mas taas gid ang simbahan.
And on our right, we have Hibbard Hall, where all the admissions and registrations for all students take place. And as you can see, there's also a statue there, which is like Dr. Hibbard, who is known to be like the founder of Silliman University. And as I mentioned, this is the statue of Dr. Hibbard. And there's actually a known myth that if you take a photo with him, that you won't be able to graduate or like finish your course because you're going to be shifting or anything. And as you can see, there's like opposing benches from each side of this corner. That there's also a myth that if you make eye contact with a certain person, you're meant to be soulmates.
So here we are in Science Complex, home to classroom, offices, and laboratories of biology department, mathematics department, and lastly the physics department.
So there's actually a fun fact that the structure of this building in an area view, it's actually built as a butterfly. So we are here now at Villareal Hall, also known as the building of the College of Law students. So here we have like spacious classrooms, a library, and a mock court that law students use to argue with each other. And also another known fact is that we have a cafe here that accepts Satoshi that is also known as like the smallest unit of Bitcoin. And it's like the only cafe in the Philippines to ever do that. Vlog break.
Here we have the school cafeteria of Silliman University.
Silliman Cafeteria is not only open to Silliman University students, but to the general public as well. Beside the cafeteria, there is a drive-through where people can order food.
When you go inside the school cafeteria, it offers a spacious ambience, fit for lunching, eating snacks, or studying. The school cafeteria is also famously known for its cheese bread. It's often a joke that the 5 Silliman C's has a 6th C, which is the cheese bread.
Next up, we have the Alumni Hall, where after you graduate, you process your alumni ID. And it is really encouraged to process your alumni ID so that you can avail discounts and perks, including MS365, Canva, and also discounts to the Bricks Hotel, to name a few.
it is a tradition for Sillimanians to bang this sign, put any amount on the floor, and then bow. For good luck and for passing the midterm exam
And finals.
and finals.
Here we have the Uytengsu Hall, home to the engineering students of Silliman University. The Uytengsu Hall was actually given to by the Uytengsu family, or actually the ones who are funding the modernization and renovation of the library right now.
And now we have what's called Guy Hall, which is actually pronounced as Gi Hall. It is an boys' dormitory before, and if the boys want to have a run out to the girls at the Oriental Hall, they would have to ask the dormitory managers for permission to cross over there. That's all.
This building right here is the business sector of Silliman University, or the Leopoldo Ruiz Hall. Leopoldo Ruiz was actually the very first Filipino president and the fourth president of Silliman University.
This is where students pay their school fees, such as tuition, and also or to claim their scholarship funds.
Here we have Silliman Hall, where events, functions, and conferences are held. Do you know what these are made of? These are made of coral stones, which are inspired from Filipino style bahay na bato. It's the closest thing you can feel from New York because these materials are from New York, North America.
This was actually the first and oldest building of Silliman. This is where the first classrooms and first offices were located. On the second floor, the Anthropology Museum was formerly held there, and as well as the offices of Dr. Hibbard and Mrs. Hibbard.
Finally, it is just fitting that we end for everything we got. A statue of Horace B. Silliman.
So do you guys know why only half of his body is nude? It's because of the mistake of the scholar, where the female scholar sits left over right instead of right over left.
That's why they discontinue it. Furthermore, despite the institute being named by him, they never set foot here in Dumaguete City.
And that concludes our Silliman University campus tour. As we leave, may we be reminded of the very vibrant and very beautiful campus by the sea.
Via Veritas Vita, loyal will I be to Silliman.
Welcome to our Silliman University.
We also have there, here, and dear Robel. Sorry, again. False information.
1, 2, 3. Istrugni. 1, 2, 3, go.
Napay car. Not the car.
I'm also filming the car na lang.
Asa ko makabayo water?
So here we are in the Science Complex, home to classroom.
Kaya,
So,
Guys, welcome to my vlog.
so asa kita ron?
Nata sa...
So here we are right now at the Silliman Gymnasium. So Silliman Gymnasium.
okay, go.
Welcome to our Silliman University campus tour. Kumusta sa'yo?
Ayoko na.